We will stand up again. We will march again. We will preach again. We will organize again. We are black. We are white. We are Latino. We are Native American. We are Democrat. We are Republican. We are independent. We are people of faith. We are people not of faith. We are natives and immigrants. We are business leaders and workers and unemployed. We are doctors and the uninsured. We are gay. We are straight. We are students. We are parents. We are retirees. We are North Carolina, and we're here, and we ain't going nowhere.
I want to tell you, a couple of years ago, our congregation at Pilgrim took a civil rights tour. We did Durham and Greensboro, Atlanta, Selma, and Birmingham. As we traveled, two of our elder women, both in their 80s, both African Americans, explained to our youth why those beautiful homes in Selma, Alabama, those homes featuring the tall white columns, made them feel ill. Our kids had no idea. Questions and conversations while walking on Selma's Edmund Pettus Bridge with our tour guide from the small but powerful Selma Voting Rights Museum made us feel ill and inspired. Our guide, Joanne, was one of those people on Bloody Sunday. She was an 11-year-old girl in 1965 when she was beaten on that very bridge in which we were walking. To this day, she continues to tell her story, hoping to break the chain of disrespect and inequality. For truly, we are all equal in the eyes of God. But you know what else? We are to be equal in the eyes of the law as well. For about 150 years now, the right to vote has been featured in the public eye and discussed in the private home. One would have thought that we'd have gotten it right by now, but apparently we haven't. We're still puzzled and struggling and wondering, why do we hinder voting? Don't we want all citizens to live with the freedom to elect our leaders and address our laws? I have to tell you, there are very few times in my life when I am early. My colleague Jimmy knows this well. But when the days stack up, one on top of the other, and I can vote early, I'm grateful. When my mother moved here from Alabama to help us all take care of my dad who had Alzheimer's, do you know she was able to register and vote on the same day? Let me tell you, that seemed like a small thing, but it was a gift when someone who was dealing with a horrific disease and constant caregiving had to make time to go do their civic duty, something that was a privilege that women couldn't always do. The 15th and the 19th Amendments gave a nod to all created equal, but the last 60 years or so, we the people have been in the spotlight, trying to turn the nods and the phrases into truth and to action. We the people, without regard to race or gender identity or status or sexual orientation, education or ability, must continue doing so. We must stand up for those who are without voice or resources. We must walk with them as they find their voices and resources. We must rise up to ensure that wealth will no longer buy our rights, buy our leaders, or buy our government.
All right. Thank you.
We must learn that from history, we learn and history teaches and guides us. Now, Selma's white column standing in oppression made us feel ill then, and the political green paper of exclusivity makes us feel ill now. But let's not leave it there. Let's be inspired like the little girl who was beaten on the Pettus Bridge. Let's do everything we can to break the chain of disrespect and inequality. Verbally, Durham, we commit. Forward together.
Not one step back.